For many buyers, the experience of shopping for a car in Hawaii feels noticeably different from the mainland. Prices tend to cluster, discounts are limited, and the usual back and forth between dealerships often seems muted. The instinct is to assume something unusual is happening, but the explanation is more structural than conspiratorial. The first factor is geography. Hawaii is one of the most isolated markets in the world, which means every vehicle has to be shipped across the ocean before it ever reaches a lot. That adds cost, but more importantly, it adds friction. Fewer shipments, fewer variations in inventory, and less flexibility in how dealers can respond to demand. That isolation feeds directly into the next issue: scale. Hawaii's population is small compared to most mainland states, and the number of dealerships is limited as a result. In many cases, there may only be 1 or 2 dealerships representing a brand on an entire island. With fewer competitors, the natural price pressure that exists in larger markets simply doesn't develop in the same way. There's also a distribution dynamic that shapes the market. Instead of multiple independent dealers competing aggressively, many brands operate through a small number of regional distributors who control inventory for the islands. That structure tends to standardize pricing and reduce the kind of variation buyers might expect elsewhere. Inventory constraints play a role as well. On the mainland, dealers can trade vehicles with each other, adjust allocations quickly, and respond to shifts in demand. In Hawaii, those options are far more limited. What's available on the island is often what you have to choose from, which reduces the leverage a buyer has in negotiations. Consumer behavior reinforces the pattern. With fewer alternatives and higher transaction costs for importing a vehicle independently, many buyers accept local pricing as a given. The effort required to source a vehicle from the mainland, arranging shipping, handling logistics, and dealing with potential complications can outweigh the potential savings, which further reduces competitive pressure. None of this means there is no competition at all. Dealers still compete on service, financing, and customer experience. But when it comes to base pricing, the structural realities of the market tend to keep differences relatively narrow. The result is a market that feels less dynamic than what many buyers are used to. It's not that competition has disappeared, it's that the conditions that normally drive it are constrained. In the end, the simplest explanation is also the most accurate. Hawaii isn't lacking competition by design, it's operating within a set of geographic and economic limits that naturally reduce how much pricing can move.